Dan Hooker says he'd like to return at the end of June for International Fight Week in Vegas. His hand fracture isn't that bad, so he can fight then, he thinks. Dan Hooker tells Arman Tsarukyan, I broke my hand preparing for a fight. You hurt your back creeping on Nina Drama. Arman Tsarukyan said he was willing to fight Justin Gaethje. He says, I didn't say no, I accepted immediately and asked for a 160-pound catch weight 11 days out from the weigh-ins, and the UFC said that that was not an option. Luana Carolina had weight management issues, so her fight with Montana De La Rosa is off. She missed weight in the past, too, so maybe they'll cut her. Another fight is off the card, too. Douglas Silva Andrade versus John Castaneda is canceled. It was a medical issue on Silva's side. Roosevelt Roberts removed from the UFC roster. Natan Levy also removed from the UFC roster. He hasn't fought in like a year. He fought Mike Davis and lost, but he hasn't fought since, so don't know why he was taken off the roster. He didn't make weight for his last fight, but maybe he'll explain things further. Mashaban Ruzaboev removed from the UFC roster. That was like a 2-week UFC career, and he didn't even fight. He took a short notice fight, got ill, so he pulled out, and now he's kicked out. Bo Nickal's next fight is against Rainier de Ritter. That's most likely going to be in May. No confirmed date, but the fight is confirmed. So these guys are hovering just outside of the rankings around like number 15. Bo was 15, but he was kicked out of the rankings recently. Rainier de Ritter has the chance to give Bo Nickal his first loss. Bo Nickal has a chance to beat Rainier de Ritter and be the first guy to beat him in the UFC, and it'd be a win over a former one championship champion. This fight could play out a little bit like Bo's fight with Paul Craig. He can take Rainier de Ritter down, but he may not want to and deal with all the submission mastery that Rainier de Ritter has on the ground. Rainier de Ritter can't take Bo Nickal down, so he's pretty much going to have to be forced to strike. So it may just be a weird kickboxing bout, kind of like Bo Nickal versus Paul Craig. So I'll probably go with Bo Nickal by decision. He could knock him out if he really tries, because Rainier de Ritter's stand-up sometimes looks a bit sloppy and rudimentary. But how do you see the fight going? Let me know in the comments. Gaethje, if he wins this fight, says he's looking to get a title shot against Makhachev. Seems unlikely because that would just be a one-fight win streak over the 11th ranked guy in the lightweight division. Some of the reported purses from last weekend's boxing card: Bivol 10 million, Beterbiev 10 million, Parker 2 million. Connor says, if accurate, I made more than this entire card's estimated payout combined in my last outing in the UFC in 2021. I garnered record gate as well as record pay-per-views for the company.
You know, it's not about money. All this stuff is, you know, it's just a blessing to be doing this stuff, right? Money good. Money good.
Line against each other for the very first time. Kyle McElroy taking on Jay Chin before they toe the line.
That's BKFC Albuquerque. Then they go to Phillywood, Hollywood, Florida, Manchester, Dubai, Omaha, Nebraska, and then Italy.
Jamal Hill stepping back into the cage 3 months after his last fight. He feels being inactive has impacted him, so this quick turnaround against Khalil will change that.
But the thing is this, though, right? I've fought twice in the last 2 years. All right, that last fight, I wasn't able to get comfortable. I wasn't comfortable. I didn't feel the routine. I didn't get into my normal flow, and it didn't feel like it should. And I think part of that was the fact of how long I've been inactive and how long it's been stretched in between. Before that fight, I'd only had 3 minutes of time, which was warm-up time in a fight before to get into that fight and things of that nature. So, you know, it was, for me, it's like, I need to get back active. I need to get back active. You know, I'm going to take care of the things I didn't take care of for as far as, like, you know, I mean, health and things like that. But I feel like this is plenty of time. It's right on track for when I would want to see myself back in there. So, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do my thing, you know.
Opening odds for that fight night card: Jamal Hill -205 favorite, and Khalil Rountree Jr. +170 underdog. Rountree is not a bad bet at those odds. Should be a fun striking fight. Alex Pereira looking to make it 4 title defenses in less than 12 months. Last guy to do that was John Jones when he beat Rampage, Machida, Rashad Evans, and Vitor Belfort, all in the span of less than 12 months. 4 title defenses in less than 12 months.
Spirit, I am the rise and feel the thrill. Knockdown king, I'm
Daniel Marcos taking on Montel Jackson in a bantamweight contest at the Wells Fargo Arena May 3rd in Des Moines, Iowa. Valentina Shevchenko welcomes the idea of Weili Zhang fighting her after UFC 315. She has to beat Manon Fiorot on that date first, though. Dana White said Zhang will take on the winner of that fight. Robles de Spain looking for another fast knockout in karate combat Friday night in Denver, Colorado. Despanier is a minus 334 favorite in that fight. If you bet $100 on him and he wins, you can win $3. Bohayo versus Allen. Allen is the underdog. Vergara versus Riley. Vergara a minus 1,000 favorite over the late replacement Riley. Julian Marquez, a slight favorite in the co-main event against Cody Brundage on Saturday. He has 3 different submissions in the UFC: guillotine choke, rear naked choke, and anaconda choke.
Martial arts are all rooted in absolute paganism, which is really Satanism. The martial arts is allowing demons to come in you. You put on that uniform and you go into that karate studio, you are bowing your knee to Satan, and you are letting demon spirits come inside of you.
Everyone buzzing. Marlon Vera versus Mario Bautista. It all goes down May 3rd. It seems like everyone's debating whether Vera's explosive style will be enough to overcome Bautista's, what should we call it, more tactical approach?
Bautista's fresh off a win against Jose Aldo. But that win, it came with a whole lot of controversy.
Oh, right. It's the whole cage hug thing, isn't it?
Exactly. It's basically, you pin your opponent against the cage.
Yeah.
And you just hold them there.
It's smart, but not always pretty.
Exactly. And the issue is that with Bautista and Aldo, people felt like he took it too far. He just kind of like grinded out the win, didn't really go for any big hits. All sets up the Bautista-Vera matchup perfectly, you know?
Yeah, because Vera's definitely the opposite of a cage hugger.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Totally different. Vera, he is all-out aggression. Like, he's looking for the knockout every time. And that brings us to the other side of Vera. While he's got those amazing knockouts, there are people worried about his tendency to start slow. They're saying he might let Bautista control the pace for too long, especially at the beginning. Vera can't just wait around. He's got to be aggressive right out of the gate, put the pressure on Bautista, disrupt his plan.
Girls, fetch me my Grassy.
Here's your Grassy.
Grassy is supremely hydrating.
Is this really immune boosting?
Is it really immune boosting? Yeah, it's really immune boosting. Grassy reminds me of tea. It's very light and very refreshing. It's good. It's good. Grassy, fight for your wellness.